Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new episode of NASCAR Heat for Career Mode. I hope you're all having a great day. Today we go short track racing at Bristol Motor Speedway for both the Xfinity Series and the Cup Series. We had subscriber Nathan Wojtowski in the car here for the Xfinity Series races. He went down this back straightaway. Our car now has certainly been improved. Still a little bit of work to do to make this car competitive on a weekly basis. Still, like I said, we still got improvement needed to be a top 10 consistent car now, as Nathan was running in about 10th to 15th throughout most of this race as he sent it up here now in the final lap, trying to get up to the inside of Austin Cindric as he came out of turn 4. Crossing the line, Nathan would get us P12, so a very, very solid finish. Considering how we started the season, we're definitely showing a little more promise here in the Xfinity Series now as we came through into the Cup Series, qualifying through turns 3 and out of turn 4, heading down that front straightaway, crossing the line with 15.7. We would get P8 here for the start of Bristol, so hopefully we can work our way forwards a little bit and have a chance to contend for the win here today with Ryan Blaney on the pole.
Welcome to Bristol Motor Speedway for the Food City 500. This half-mile concrete oval is famous for its high banking and all of the beating and banging that goes on out there. But the only thing that matters to these drivers is winning this race.
All right, thank you, Rick Allen. We're ready to go green here for the Food City 500 at Bristol Motor Speedway. Michael McDowell is happy with us, so it doesn't really matter. But Joey Logano crashed during qualifying, so he is being sent to the back. Not the first time he's been sent to the back here recently in our career mode. Parker Kligerman starting at the back as well after an engine change as we get ready to go green from the 8th starting position here at Bristol Motor Speedway. Ryan Blaney on the pole, and Clint Boyer, our teammate, joins him on the front row as the green flag is out, and we are underway here in Bristol from the 8th starting position. Martin Truex Jr. and Matt Benedetto on that row in front of us, two affiliate teammates. Them two are anyways, not to us, because Gibbs obviously has a big affiliate with that team in the 95 there of Bob or Levine Family Racing, which that affiliate alliance is actually going to be a lot stronger in the 2020 season between Christopher Bell obviously joining that team, so it's a big asset for them now. So I think we're going to see a lot of good things from that 95 car, especially in 2020 now, as came through, putting the pressure on the 95 of the Matt Benedetto as we came through out of turns 4, looking to the outside of him, and sure enough, he would get past Matt Benedetto, and now actually he would fight back as we came through on lap 8, though, as we got into a little bit of a scrap there with the one of Kurt Busch. So we passed Benedetto, then he passes us right back now as we would get past the one of Kurt Busch, and then once again run down Matt Benedetto as we went down this front straightaway down into turns 1 of the inside of him, and we would once again be able to complete a pass on Matt Benedetto. And sure enough, we would continue climbing our way forwards now, passing Clint Boyer, who started P2 now on lap 13 of 30, running down the 21 of Paul Menard. We would pass Menard and then close in on Brad Keselowski, Ryan Blaney, who we're now starting to deal with lap traffic here on lap 18 of 30 in the stages. We slam into the back of the 62 of Brendan Gaughan, and we actually get pretty heavy damage on the front end, including radiator damage from that little incident right there. So that certainly was going to affect us a little bit, but the lap traffic was so heavy that we were still able to actually pass Keselowski back and get back up to 4th and climb up to 3rd after passing Ryan Blaney now as we came through with just 2 to go already in the stages. We went down towards turns 3 and towards on the exit of turn 4. Truex in P2 as we start this final lap here in stage 1, now making a pass for 2nd place very quickly here now, so working our way forwards even with this radiator damage now as we go down this back straightaway. If we didn't have any lap traffic right now, we wouldn't have a chance, but the lap traffic has been a big help. But Denny Hamlin exits turn 4, he wins stage 1 as we cross the line to get P2 here in the first stage. So a very solid effort considering the radiator damage that we picked up after getting into it with the 62 of Brendan Gaughan. Certainly a little bit of an unfortunate scenario, but there we see everyone's pitting, so we come to the pit lane for 2 cans of fuel, 4 tires, 6 seconds of repairs, so we know we're going to move back quite a bit to now P13 behind the 43 of Bubba Wallace, who starts on the inside of the 48, the 7-time champ, Jimmy Johnson. Now as it's Hamlin and William Byron on the front row as the green flag is out, and stage 2 is underway here now in Bristol. 28 laps in this second stage as we look to the inside of the 37 of Chris Buescher. There you see one of our SHR teammates of Eric Almirola as we go down the back straightaway into turns 3 towards turn 4. Hamlin certainly showing a ton of speed because you can already see up ahead he is driving away from the field at this point. So if there's really no lap traffic, it's definitely going to be a battle to beat Denny Hamlin, because I think we do have speed that's capable of winning. Obviously last time here we won in the night great race, and then this race 1 season ago, we were leading a good chunk of that race, and then I completely choked the win away. Now as it came through turns 1 and 2, once again trying to get to the outside of Almirola, and sure enough, we do make the move happen and rejoin ourselves into the top 10 at this point. But all of this time that we're working through this traffic just allows the 11 of Denny Hamlin to drive away. Sure enough, come through, and now on lap 8 of 28 in the stage, passing Corey LaJoie. We had now driven up to the 7th position and would close in on Keselowski and William Byron now on the 11th lap in the stage, making a move to the outside of Brad Keselowski as we head down towards turns 1. William Byron having another strong run. He's been certainly running a lot better this season in our career mode than he did last season. Right now he's inside the playoffs. I think up towards the top 10 to 12 in the point standing. So he's doing very solid this season. Now he came out of turn 4, clearing William Byron, and we would drive away from him. And now we started to get into lap traffic a little bit later, again passing Daniel Hemrick, who was actually up here in the top 5. We had made a move on him for P4. There you see Chase Elliott, who won this race last season in our career mode, so we got to watch out for him, of course, now as we go down towards turn 3. But the lap traffic was starting to really hold up the 11 of Denny Hamlin once again, bringing us into the picture there. As you saw, the 8 of Hemrick actually got to the back of Elliott. We're very sideways on the exit of turn 2 down the back straightaway. We make a huge save and keep ourselves in it as we also get past Hemrick, and then once again with 8 to go on the stage, making a 3-wide move with Matt Tifft and Elliott, and we would be able to make a pass for P3 now at this point as we went down the straightaway. And now as we came through on lap 22, battling with our rival here of Kyle Larson, who's not having a so very good race, but we would look to the outside of Clint Boyer, our teammate, who's still showing some speed here today in Bristol. But we would make the pass on him and take over 2nd place and set our sights on Denny Hamlin. But unfortunately, he got clear of the lap traffic quite easily, and we wouldn't quite be able to run him down now on this final lap. You can see how far ahead he is as we look to the inside of the 88 of Alex Bowman down this back straightaway into turns 3 and towards turns 4 for the final time here in this 2nd stage. We would at least get P2 in stage 1, and we come through to get P2 in the 2nd stage. Hamlin wins both of them, so we know Hamlin going to be a strong factor in this final stage here in Bristol. So obviously we have to come to the pit lane here for 2 cans of fuel and 4 tires. I didn't really want to make any adjustments to the car because I was scared, kind of like Martinsville. It was driving pretty good at the end of stage 2, and then we made an adjustment and it didn't go our way at all. So I decided no adjustments needed, and hopefully this will pay off for us now as we get ready to start the 3rd and final stage here at Bristol Motor Speedway.
Coming to the green,
and we're ready to go green here with Denny Hamlin and myself on the front row as the green flag is out and stage 3 is underway. Behind us we got our teammate of Clint Boyer and then Denny Hamlin's teammate of Eric Jones. So it's right now JGR, SHR, SHR, JGR on those first 2 rows as we go down this back straightaway for the first time here in the 3rd stage. Clint Boyer in P3, Elliott now side by side as you can see in our rear view mirror with Eric Jones in the 20 car there as we complete the first and opening lap of this 3rd and final stage as we go through turns 1 and 2. And sure enough, you can see the true speed in that 11 car driven by Denny Hamlin at this point. He's already starting to pull away as we come through these first couple laps of this final stage. Now as we complete the 2nd lap, he's certainly putting a little bit of a gap on us, and it was just unfortunate to see how fast his car was, because now I knew that we were going to have our work cut out for us, because sure enough, come to lap 76, he is just driving away at this point. 50 laps to go, and we were driving away from the cars behind us, but I just couldn't quite hang with Denny. But sure enough, with 46 to go, we had started to find our way back into some lap traffic, and that would help me a little bit with reeling in the 11 of Hamlin, because sure enough, on lap 84, there's our rival of Kyle Larson, but we're very close now to Denny Hamlin, who's stuck on that bottom as we go through down into turns 1 and turns 2, 3 wide with our rival of Larson as we go down this back straightaway. Larson trying to put on the pressure on us now as we go down towards the corner. But Hamlin, he holds that bottom, and that's a big advantage to myself here with 40 laps to go, because we can just stay up top. Hamlin, he doesn't want to get off the bottom, and sure enough, now we try to take the lead, but with a little bit of contact, now Hamlin battles back for that lead position as we go down into turns 3, but this time it looks like we have the run. We clear Hamlin with ease and get ahead of the 66 and the 17 as well, and then after this point, we had driven away from Denny Hamlin, and just now, at this point, trying to conserve the car here in the final 34 laps, make sure we don't make any silly mistakes now as we came through on lap 97 behind Kyle Busch and Ryan Newman, trying to put Kyle Busch a lap down in Bristol. Certainly a nice little feat there as we go down into turn 3. We actually get onto the apron, and now spinning we go through the center of the corner into the inside wall, and out of nowhere we've completely choked away the lead, but we've gotten a little bit of a lucky break. The caution just came out with us leading, and we only have 1 second of damage, so we got a very, very lucky break right there after just completely choking down onto the apron. And now the green flag comes back out. At this point, Daniel Hemrick beat us off pit road. We all came to the pit lane there. Now there's only 25 laps to go. Certainly felt very, very fortunate that the caution came out because that was off of the track towards the inside wall. I thought for sure it was going to stay green, but thankfully here we are now still battling at least up front now as we exit turn 4 on this first lap since the restart. Hemrick in that lead position, but Hamlin, he's pouncing on him. I think Hamlin definitely has the best short run speed, and that's going to be our biggest issue now as we go down this back straightaway side by side with the 11 of Hamlin into turns 3, but not quite enough to get to him as he looked to the inside of Daniel Hemrick now, almost as we went down that front straightaway, but didn't quite have enough until we got into turns 1. He would get to the inside. We would also pass Daniel Hemrick and set our sights on Hamlin, but unfortunately you can see here with 14 laps to go, Denny Hamlin had driven away once again as he had took the lead now as we went down this back straightaway. I think it was still Hemrick in P3 behind us as we went down into the corner. So at this point, just hoping for the caution now with 10 laps to go up the inside of Ricky Stenhouse Jr. as we exit turn 2, heading down this back straightaway and just now starting to close in once again on Denny though with 8 to go as he's starting to deal with lap traffic. So I still had hope that we might get to him, but now the caution comes out and that gets thrown out the window because now we're going to be side by side with him for a late race restart. Can we beat Denny Hamlin here? We were leading earlier when we choked away the lead, but now the green flag is back out, and we are underway here for potentially the final restart. 5 laps remain here in the last Great Coliseum through turns 1 and turns 2. Hemrick ready to pounce if me and Hamlin get together now as we go down this back straightaway into turn 3. He is clear already as we would now fight back though here with a few laps later, coming to just 2 laps to go at this point here in Bristol. Now trying to look to the right hand side of Hamlin. This is 2 to go in Bristol, and me and Hamlin drove away from third place on back, so now it's just a scrap between us two as we go down this back straightaway side by side, coming to the white flag here at Bristol Motor Speedway. Who's going to come out on top? We're about to find out here within the next 20 seconds as we exit turn 4. We have the edge over Hamlin, but not quite clear as we go down into turns 1 and turns 2. The white flag is that when Hamlin battles back up the inside, he has the edge down the back straightaway. We're going to need a great turns 3 and turns 4 if we want to hang on to the victory now through the center of the corner. Now the exit, we have the advantage and we will win in Bristol.
That's the win. Nice job.
First win of the season, and obviously this is the last track we won at as well, so certainly Bristol is going to be one of our tracks that we're definitely going to be a contender at every time we come to here in this game, I think. So very happy to get win number 1 on the season. We're already locked into the playoffs. Last season we didn't get our first win until the Coca-Cola 600, so a little bit earlier this season to pick up the victory, and very happy with this victory because now, like I said, we don't got to worry for the rest of the regular season likely about at least being locked in, but hopefully we can go get some more wins. We got some playoff points today, 5 to be exact. That's our first playoff points of the season. So still, that's really the biggest thing that we need to focus on now is getting playoff points. Honestly, we need to be aggressive. We learned that last season. If we would have had more playoff points, we could have made that Final Four. So that's something we got to keep our mind on because we're going to have to be fighting for stage victories here. We might need to take some gambles on strategy just to get stage victories, to get playoff points. So hopefully we can manage to do that. And as always, if you guys did enjoy this episode, make sure to comment, like, and subscribe.
Hey, what was that race all about? Why'd you run into me? Wait, is this your way of telling me you don't want me at your birthday party next weekend?
Huh. That was cringe, but thank you, Bubba Wallace. Some drivers are not very happy. Some drivers are happy. But Brendan Gaughan, he's not happy. Even though, actually, I guess we did slam into the back of him. That was our fault. Kyle Larson's still a rival. I try to get the rivalry to go away, but it's just not going to happen. So hopefully we can eventually clear that rivalry up now. And the next one we go to Richmond. We know our Xfinity team is not going to go very well there because Richmond is so hard, it seems, in the Xfinity series. But there is the playoff grid currently. So obviously, guys, though, in the next episode when we go to Richmond International Raceway. Thank you for watching, everybody, and have yourselves a great day.